Alright, hello everyone. I'm here today with Humraz. Many of you have seen his face from the YouTube video. He was one of the people who were on the ground, literally, and he was helping people who were in the buildings. He was shouting out to them. I'm sure his face looks familiar from BBC and YouTube and Facebook Live. So Humraz, first of all, it's a pleasure to have you here. Thank you so much. And just before I go ahead, I just want to say you've done such a great job. The bravery required. I've spoke with him off camera, and some of the things that he's seen, he can't even release on media. He can't release on social media or even mainstream media. So I just want to give you a touch of what he experienced. Just run us through the night and what you can share.
Well, first things first, we was all coming back from the mosque after the evening prayer. As we left the mosque around 12:30, we was walking through the community, and just as you do, some of the brothers, you know, we just chill out and we eat food and we just have tea and we just have a little social gathering. And about after 1 o'clock, we got the phone call that there's a building on fire around the corner. So naturally, your first gut instinct is to run and to try and help as much people as you can trapped in a fire. We didn't understand the magnitude of the fire until we got to the building. As we got to the building, we could see some firefighters, we could see some police. But with all due respect to them, I know the fire brigade had to wait for protocol for more manpower to come along. So what happened is a group of brothers collectively, they tried to get into the building. The police did stop them. And from my understanding, because it was so chaotic, from my understanding, about 15 to 20 people ran into the building. Many of them couldn't get past the 4th floor, but there was a story of 2-3 heroic people that got up to the top floor, the 17th and 20th, and actually got their whole family out of the building. And the reason why many people stayed in the building was because the police told them to stay in the buildings over the phone. And this is why a lot of people were angry, because they were telling people to run out and to save themselves. And from what we know, I mean, there is a high body count. We found this out the next day, but it hasn't been released on the media. The firefighters told us direct that there was a lot of bodies. They told us a figure, a number, specific number.
Go for it.
Yeah, I mean, of at least 150 people.
So
50
you
being
spoke
kids.
directly with firefighters who told you that there were over 150 bodies.
Over 150 bodies,
and
they specifically mentioned that 50 of them were kids.
50 of these were kids?
Yeah, at least 50 of them were kids. So the news still hasn't released this number. We got this number the next day and the day after, because we was on the ground doing work. But from 1 o'clock to 3 o'clock, when the riot police came, they started moving everybody because it was too chaotic. That's when I went around the back of Grenfell Tower and I started recording and started doing my Facebook live stream. And that's when I was communicating with people on the 5th, 11th to the 7th, 11th and the 15th floor, as my videos show.
This is one of the things I wanted to talk about, because many of you have read an article of a woman on the 11th floor who escaped by flooding her bathroom and getting into the bathtub. If you watch the video, I'm going to try and get his permission to put that clip on my channel. If you watch the video, he actually was heard shouting out, what floor are you on? And there was a woman saying, I'm on the 11th floor. Her name is Natasha Elcock. She was shouting out, I'm on the 11th floor. And they were having correspondence. And he was saying, flood your bathroom. Worst case scenario, go into the bathtub with your children. Because she was saying, I've got 2 children. So that's how we know it's her. And after some time, she was no longer in the window. You said you thought she was dead.
We've seen people jumping out the window, screaming. We're helpless, we're standing there helpless. People are screaming. There's kids up in there, there's women up there, there's people jumping out their windows. It's crazy.
What floor? What floor are you on? 11! She's stuck on the 11th floor. Someone might want to go through there and notify the police, you know. Someone run through there and tell them 11th floor. What's she saying?
One child, oh my god.
2 adults, 1 child.
Look, there she is, oh my god, yeah, that's where the water. It's dark in it.
Where is she?
Yeah, she is over there.
There is right under where the fire is. Right above her.
Oh my god.
Listen, hey, fill up your bathtub and make sure you get some wet towels. Worst comes to worst, sit inside the bathtub. Fill up the bath! Fill up your bath!
Fill up your bath with water!
Fill up your bath with water!
Shut the window.
fill up the bath with water, man. She's got to do that. Worst case, she knows got to put the kids inside there.
Is that her outside?
Before she died, so we were just telling her, she said, is someone coming to help? And she said, we said, what floor are you on? And that's from my Facebook live video, about 47 minutes onwards, because I was recording for over an hour.
Wow.
Standing there helplessly after the first 2 hours. All I could do was Facebook live it, just stream it, show the world what's going on, because there was no mainstream coverage of the actual fire. So that's all I could do. And during that time, we were communicating with a number of families, a number of people stuck on the 11th floor, the 15th floor. And it's crazy because today we've just met Mr. Anton.
That's right.
Who was survived on the 15th floor, and I actually stayed with him all night long till 9 a.m.
Wow.
Telling him you're going to be all right, keep your head out the window. We stayed with him, literally communicating with him.
Wow.
The other lady at 47 minutes, she said that we need help. Is someone coming? And we said, who's with you? She goes, 2 adults, 1 child. And you know, we said, what floor are you on? You could clearly hear her shouting in the video. She's on the 11th floor.
I heard it with my own ears. He showed it to me. Yeah.
And we just said that, look, fill up your bath with water. And we were shouting at the top of our voices, and we said, if worst comes to worst, put your kid in the bath, just fill up your bath.
Wow.
And then once we said that to her, we never saw her again. And you know, my heart was just sinking because I thought
the worst.
I thought the worst. I thought she died, and it was only 2 days later, or 24 hours later, that a friend of mine took me out to have a meal. Because my head was all over. In fact, 2 days later, and he showed me a video of a lady that survived on the 11th floor by flooding her bath. 2 adults, 1 child.
My God.
You know, if you go on my Facebook live video, and I don't want to take no credit for this, I'm not a hero, but it's my Facebook live. My name's Humraz Jaan, Humraz, and it's Jaan.
Check that out.
And you can see my Facebook live there. And you know,
can I put your link in the description?
Absolutely, yeah. And it just brought a bit of joy to my heart that at least 1 life was saved throughout that process. But
that's what I'm talking about.
Not discrediting the firefighters, the fire service, and all the people that ran into that building and helped save lives. You know, I'm nothing special. I don't want no recognition for it. But it just brought a touch of joy to my heart that some lives were saved throughout that process, man.
That's
so
right,
I say,
that's
alhamdulillah, and I thank God for that, man.
Thank God, because like one of the things that we were talking about, obviously the high levels of distress that you would have felt. You said I mean, some of the things he told me, I don't even want to repeat off camera, on camera, sorry. So like I said, that seeing him hug somebody that he's helped and spoken with in the building while the fires are light, watching it live, I stood there and watched him hug somebody who was literally in the fire as he was speaking to me, and also to see Natasha Elcock in an article saying that the reason why she's alive is because she flooded her bathroom after you had that correspondence with her. I mean, it can only be, encouraging to you.
Absolutely.
Encouraging to you. So not only do we commend your heroic behavior. I mean, he's a humble man. He told me he doesn't want no glory, no praise, but the truth is, not a lot of people could stand there and witness what you witnessed. Like, a lot of people would be in psychological homes by now. So it takes a lot of bravery, and I really want to encourage you to watch his Facebook live. Reach out to him, especially if you're somebody who's been affected by something similar. Reach out to him, just let him know that his video does mean a lot to you, because it means a lot to me as well. And above all, I just want to say a big thank you on behalf of those who you've helped and those who you've played a big part of helping all round.
He's a humble guy.
He's a very humble guy. Very humble guy. I mean, that's the first thing that stands out about him. He really touched my heart by what he's shown to me and what he's spoken about. And my wishes for you are all the best.
Aside from that, from everyone watching this video, just whether you're a believer or not, whatever religion, background, faith, ethnicity, background, race, wherever you come from, just pray for those people that have passed away in that building, man. Because that shouldn't have happened. The way we saw that building catch on fire, it was like something out of a horror movie. There was no way on God's green earth that building could have caught fire without that cladding on, because we saw it go from one side of the building to the top, around the other side of the building. And someone needs to pay for that, man. Justice must be served.
There must be justice. So what I'd advise as well on that note is that many of the people who are yet to protest and everything, we channel that sort of anger in the right way. Articulate what you're trying to say to the government, as opposed to just going on riots and rampages. Make sure that you make this incident something that changes for the best. and make sure that our voice is heard in this community. Make sure that we stay as one and in unity, and make sure that above all there is peace and that we get answers.
Respect.
Thank you so much for your time.
God bless.
God bless you.
God bless, man.
Bye.